Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of News in Motion. Today is Thursday, November the 30th, 2023, and today is the last episode of 2023 of News in Motion until the new year, because remember, the entire month of December, we will be on break. So be sure that you invite your friends, tell them to join in for News in Motion because we have a do not miss episode ready for you today. Of course, we're going to have some headline news, but we also have some surprises along the way because today on Thursdays, it's our Fridays Eve, and we like to have a little bit of fun here. So whether you are tuning in through Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, we just want to say thank you for all your support. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And also, if you are a audio or podcast listener, thank you for turning those dials to NIM Today, your media and news outlet for relevant commentary and call to action. Some of our viewers are coming up in the room this morning. Shout out to Miss Marianne Jackson and Miss Adrian tuning in through YouTube, of course. Good morning, Mr. Robert Holman. Good morning, Pastor Alex Williams. Good morning, Miss Deborah Johnson, and good morning, Mr. Kenny Stanley. I hope you're doing well with your seminar classes. I hope you are doing well with your seminar classes. Also, good morning to my mom, Latrice Jones, who is just tuning in the room. Good morning, Miss Yvonne Gardner, and good morning, Miss Sardinia, who is tuning in through Facebook. So, without further delay, y'all know what we do over here. Let's get ready for some news in motion.
News in motion.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to all of you. Y'all are rolling up in here today. What's up, Fred Jones? I see my brother popping up in here as well. First off, if you're looking at me saying, she doesn't look well, I am sick, okay? I was like, I can do this. I can do this last show. I told y'all yesterday that I wasn't feeling well. I had to do a webinar yesterday. I was fighting through it all the way. And even they noticed that I was going down. I was freezing. I did a COVID test just to make sure, and it came back negative. I actually did two. I did one that was an expired test. Then I did one that was a newer test. They came back negative. I was like, I have the flu vaccine. I have the COVID vaccine. What is wrong with me? This morning, I feel a little bit better, but I'm still fighting this. So yeah, we're going to get through this morning. So thank you for hanging out with us. I see you, Yvonne Gardner. Thank you. Yes, it is my anniversary. Thank you. 30 plus years with this amazing man. I see you, Deborah Sneed. Yes, girl, I'm not feeling well. I see you, Dr. Antoinette. But y'all, I'm going to tell y'all why I'm so excited. I was able to get some color, some excitement. I had always reach out to the team and say, hey, it's the last show of the year. Do y'all want to join in? And of course, Isaiah is always with me. And Deb said, yeah, I want to come in. And Kenny said, well, I'll come in if I'm able to come in. He said, but I'm doing my seminary stuff. I'm not real sure. Bam, there he is.
What's happening? News in Motion family, what's up?
I was so excited when I saw you come in the screen. I was like, yes. Hey, real quick. I know we come bringing you back in for another segment, but what happened to the Buckeyes last week?
Quarterback play was sloppy. Defense playing reaction football instead of being aggressive. Playing downhill. What else can you say? And we got Coach Day got a Maserati that he won't take out of first gear. That's the problem.
Well, I just was so excited when I saw you come in the green room. I said, let me bring him in here real quick. I know you'll be right back as soon as I get through the headline news, but I am so glad. How's seminary?
Seminary's good. It's finals time. I got projects due. So next Saturday is my last project to be turned in. So I'm ready for break.
Does that go to Dr. Dudley by any chance?
Yeah, Dr. Dudley's is due Monday. And I got a presentation to do in this class too. So
you got this. You got this. All right, I'll bring you back in a little bit.
All right.
So yeah, y'all, I was just so excited. I was so excited that he popped in here real quick. Before I get to the headline news, y'all, this is the last episode of News in Motion for 2023. All platforms are on break until the new year. We have Politics and Pros that y'all know that's our podcast that comes out every Friday. It is on break. It will return on Friday, January the 5th. News in Motion is on break. We'll be back on Wednesday, January the 3rd. The Rundown with Gail, that's our e-newsletter, is technically on break, returning January the 5th, but I may throw out some fun things throughout the next 2 weeks or so. And then I want to thank all of you, our regular viewers and listeners, for News in Motion over the 2023 year. Thank you to all of you who gave it was just a blessing for Giving Tuesday. How you gave into News in Motion. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Someone sent an email yesterday and says, "Is it too late?" No, it's never too late to give. If you still want to do like a year in giving, you can do so by going to our Cash App, which is News in Motion. No, it's NIM today. Thank you, Isaiah. It's NIM today. That's our Cash App. If you have my private phone number, you can Zelle me to that. And then you can always send a check to Making a Difference LLC. And we'll have that address will pop up there as well. That's at 346 and a half North 20th Street, Columbus, Ohio, 43203. Just put in the memo section that is for News in Motion. So again, thank you. I just want to give a couple of shout outs before we get to the headline news. Isaiah Jones has been a trooper. He has been a real trooper. Bam, there he is. Good morning.
Good
He's been
morning.
He's been a real trooper. And Isaiah, I just want to say thank you. You're now a working man, but you still come in early to do this before you go to your job. So I just want to say thank you for your dedication, everything. You're on point.
Thank
Hey.
you. Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's an honor and a pleasure working with you.
Yeah, we do have fun, don't we?
We
We
do.
do have
We do
fun.
have a lot of fun.
We
Y'all,
have a
y'all
lot
need
of
to, y'all need to support Miss Gail Dudley. Hit up her Cash App. You
Oh,
know, she brings all the headline news before any other major news headline outlet does this. So
oh, thank
thank you, Miss
you.
Gail Dudley, for all you do. You are appreciated. You are seen. You are valued. You are loved.
Oh, wow. Thank you. And I love you too, my nephew. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Next y'all, we have Deborah, who kicked off her writing podcast. And it has been absolutely phenomenal. There she is. And
Hey,
she will return with DJ Right from the Heart in 2024. Deborah, thank you as well
mm,
for all that you have been doing. And even those side conversations we have where you're like,
mm.
come on, Gail, keep going, keep going. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God. Thank you, Gail. Oh my goodness. What would we do without you and News in Motion, right? I just thank you for being so obedient to your calling and doing this. It means the world to us. It
Thank
means
you.
a whole lot to me, but to all of us, seriously.
Well,
It's a
thank
blessing.
you.
We
Well,
love
thank
you,
you.
Gail.
Love you
Mm.
too. Love you too. And y'all already saw Kenny. He's doing well with Game Over that comes in on Saturdays. Although we have missed him this quarter, I was so excited to see him in the green room this morning. And again, both of them will be back in a few moments. Lexi is doing very well. She's really busy as a junior in high school. Um, and she will be doing a poetry slam on December the 9th at 3 o'clock in Central Ohio. If y'all want details for that and you want to support her, let us know and we will get that information to you. Bottom line, y'all, the team, they're just all rock stars. The advisory team, the team that's always in my ear, those millennials. I don't know how much longer I can call them millennials though. They rock. They rock. One of our team members is now a can't even think of it. Can't think of it. He's now a producer. He's now a producer. So we want to say thank you to him as well. I don't know how I got my son on the phone, but we want to say congratulations to him. He's now in LA. He is now producing shows. So we're just excited about all of them. So y'all, that's all. Let's get to the morning headlines. Rockefeller Center, y'all, illuminated its tree on yesterday. Now, I'm curious. When do you typically light up your Christmas tree? And additionally, how long do you keep your tree lit after Christmas before you take it down? Can you please put that in the chat? Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat. I see you, Marion Jackson and Robert Holman. What's up, Kim Edmondson? I see my sister Patricia Lau. So y'all put that in the chat. As you're doing that, 16 more hostages were released yesterday, and the ceasefire continues for at least another day as they still are trying to work through some negotiations. Y'all, Israel and Hamas extended their pause in negotiations continued down to the last moment, but minutes before their truce was to end, they decided to go ahead and give it one more day. I see Kim Edmondson saying Christmas Eve to Christmas to New Year's Day. That's how long you keep it lit. Okay, all right. Y'all, Hamas agreed to add one more day to the ceasefire. Yesterday, the ceasefire, 6th day, Hamas released 16 people who had been held hostage in Gaza, including the Israeli-American dual citizen. And in return, Israel released 30 Palestinians from prison, including a prominent activist, Ahi Tamai. Hamas also said that the 10-month-old, the youngest Israeli hostage, and his family had died. So y'all, prayers to that family. Now, Israel military is saying that they are still assessing that. Dr. Antoinette says tree goes up early after Thanksgiving and comes down January 2nd. Okay. Deborah says I just put mine up Saturday, the first Saturday in December, and keep it up until mid-January. Okay. Lori says when growing up, the day after Thanksgiving and down the day after New Year's. Okay. I put mine up on Sunday, but it's not completely decorated. I'm waiting on Carl Wright to come decorate it because he's the bomb.com. Regina Short says Thanksgiving Day to New Year's Day. Okay. Kenny says after Thanksgiving it goes up, and the day after New Year's it comes down. Y'all are serious about this, right? Yvonne says my tree goes up day after Thanksgiving and stays up until January the 2nd. And then Patricia Lau says it varies. It's going up this weekend and comes down the 31st of December. So thank y'all so much for tuning in and giving us that information. All right, CBS News was the first to report that Henry Kissinger has died at the age of 100. Now, they considered him the controversial giant of American foreign policy. He served as Secretary of State, National Guard advisor under President Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford, and advised other U.S. leaders for years after shaping much of the nation's Cold War policy. So they were the first out there to put up. We're going to see all kinds of things about him today, I'm sure. Now, y'all, I honestly do not get like it when big corporate heads jump into the political game. However, JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon jumped in the conversation yesterday. He is the latest executive to publicly plant what they call a flag in the cap of Nikki Haley's campaign. So there's that. There's that. So if y'all remember, the Koch brothers went ahead and sent their money to her campaign. And remember, they're not sending the money to the RNC. They're sending it directly to her campaign. So Jamie Dimon also asked Bill Ackman to support her as well. But Bill Ackman normally gives to the Democrat campaign. So it's going to be interesting. And, the former guy's about to have a fit behind all of this. Y'all, the GOP mega donors are increasingly writing checks directly to the Haley's campaign. I think they're starting to tie the hands, because when you start messing with the money, I think they're trying to tie the hands to the RNC. So we got to see how all this plays out. Yeah, I love a quote from Whoopi Goldberg yesterday on The View. I was looking at their transcripts, and she says, I want whoever is going to stand up for us, the American people. I don't mind Republican, Democrat. I don't mind it because it gives us an argument. But when you're not taking us into consideration and it's about holding on to power, you're in danger, all of us. And I loved her quote, and I went and played it back to see what she was referencing. They were having a conversation about Nikki Haley. And at this point, Jamie Dimon had not thrown his name in the ring when it comes to supporting her financially. But they were having this conversation, and people were like, you have Alyssa who's saying, she's behind Nikki Haley 100%. You have Sonny's like, no way. You had Joy, you had Sarah, but this was the quote from Whoopi Goldberg. And I can say this, and you all have heard me say this, tell me your policies. Let's vet the people. Let's see what it is that they're doing and how they're going to do it, and then make a decision. Now, currently, and I think it's the media's platform that needs to change to some degree. But y'all, the current administration is doing some phenomenal work. You're just not hearing about it. Everyone wants to talk about his age. Everyone wants to talk about how he's slowing down. But the policies, that's why if you get the rundown, and I don't care if Joe Biden was Republican, I can say this administration is doing some phenomenal things. And we just need to get the word out and share that more and more. So we have to just watch what we're holding on to without vetting the source and without checking it out. Because as the Washington Post reports, Republican governors and legislators are increasingly, y'all, this is happening every month. They're limiting what Democratic cities can do. Some jurisdictions are fighting back. Now, here's the direct quote in the the Washington Post. It says, through long advocates of local control, leaders in red states are they're overriding the actions of blue cities, removing elected district attorneys or threatening to strip them of power. Y'all know that's happening right now in Georgia. They are threatening Fani Willis about what she can and cannot do, because she's standing up against the scandals and against the scams and everything that's going on. So, y'all, this is what's happening. Even in Ohio, we passed issue one. The yes votes won, okay? And even now, the Republican Party, they are in their chambers trying to figure out how to overturn, which means, and I believe this was Dr. Antoinette that posted this on her Facebook page, which means our voices are being counted, our votes are being counted, and they're trying to find ways to stop it from happening. And again, that depends upon how you vote and what you're voting for. But this is what's happening. They're removing elected district attorneys or threatening to strip them of their power, taking over elected offices, and otherwise limiting local independence. Y'all got to pay attention to this, y'all. It's saying it's happening more and more in the urban areas, who are in the crosshairs of mostly majority, minority, with many mayors and district attorneys of color. So, y'all, they've done some serious research. Follow that reporting on the Washington Post. They went deep in this. I'm gonna see if I can pull up. I don't have the author of that, but they went deep in this reporting. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. All right, y'all. George Santos, today is the day. Only 5 times in history has a member of the U.S. House of Representatives been expelled. Today, we will learn the fate of George Santos. He may be the 6th person. And because I'm nosy, Yvonne, I had to go find out who were the previous 5. You have in 1986, 3 people: John B. Clark of Missouri, John W. Reed of Missouri, and Henry Burnett of Kentucky. They were all disloyal to the Union for engaging with the Confederacy during the war. Okay, that was 1861. Then we moved to 1980. We have Michael Myers of Pennsylvania, Democrat, bribery, conspiracy, and the Travel Act violations. Okay, then you had 2022. That's the most recent one with James Trafficant. I think it's Trafficking from Ohio, illegal, gratuity, conspiracy, obstructive of justice, defrauding the government, racketeering, and tax evasion violations. So now, who do we have? We have George Santos, who may be expelled today. He said yesterday he's not resigning. No. He said under no circumstances will he be resigning. And he plans to hold his own news conference today on X. He said he has more to say from since Friday. So this is going to be real interesting what else he has to say. Then we have House Speaker Mike Johnson, who said in a quote, he has real reservations about expelling him. He says about the move to expel the congressman, citing the precedent it could set if we get rid of him. Are you serious? He has 23 counts. Like, what is the what? Like, seriously. So there's that. Y'all, USA Today reports that U.S. life expectancy rose in 2022 to 77.5. I don't know, I guess so 77 and a half years from 76 and 0.4 years in 2021, according to the latest government data. Rise still below pandemic levels and mainly due to this COVID-19 pandemic. Now, what's interesting? Yeah, they showed that men are living longer than women because we tired. We always fighting, trying to hold on, trying to survive a little bit longer. So that's why y'all living just a year longer than those of us who are female. Good morning, Stephanie Burbridge Hall. All right, y'all, let's have a little bit of fun. I'm going to bring back in Kenny and Deborah, and we're going to do some interviewing, but I want you all to participate as well. As we're bringing them in, I do want to read an email that came from a person named Carla who tunes in all the time. She says she doesn't really come into the chat, but she tunes in all the time. She says she hit some of you up on the DM earlier this week. And so she left this message on the email. She says, Gail, she says, I love that you are asking us to help with Giving Tuesday and to help keep News in Motion independent. But for some reason, I just want to bless you. So I reached out to a few people and asked them, is it wrong for me to send this email? And can we all join in? And she asked that I'd share this on live today. So I will reluctantly. She says, how can we bless you individually? So here's her direct thing. She says, what type of Christmas gift would you like to receive personally outside of giving to News in Motion? And my response, I'm going to share with all of you. And first of all, thank y'all to even have this conversation behind my back. I love gift cards. I love gift cards. So eating places, coffee shops. I love home goods. Yes, give me a home goods store any day. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, DSW. So for eating and coffee places, just remember I'm in Central Ohio, so don't get something I can't get to. But you can send that to my individual email if you, because she was saying we want to, that some of you talked and y'all want to send them electronically instead of sending them in the mail. But here's this to y'all. I love a Christmas card. Okay, I love a Christmas card. But anyway, you can send that to info.gail.lee@gmail.com. Again, that's my email, and we'll get in the chat. But that's Gail Dudley, and that's GAILDUDLEY @gmail.com. Again, thank you for even having the conversation. I thought that alone, just to even ask, just touched my heart. All right, I want to transition into this segment, and I want you all to participate as well. I'm going to be conducting this interview with Deb and with Kenny. I'm so glad Kenny made it. And Isaiah, if he's available. Isaiah, if you're available, come on in here about the upcoming holidays. And then I want you all to please answer the questions I'm asking in the chat, because I want to hear from you as well. So with that, Kenny and Deborah, if you're ready, I'll ask this to you first, Deb. What festive traditions are you most excited about this holiday season?
This season, I'm going to do something different. I just want to go to tree lighting ceremonies. I want to go see the Christmas Carol. I've got tickets to see the hip hop Nutcracker. I want to go all in this season and just enjoy it. Like really enjoy it. More about experiences than even about the gifts. Just enjoying being with friends, enjoying being with family. But everything is like a gift this season, like this experience. That's really what I'm doing.
Okay, I love that. Kenny, what about you?
This year, I'm going to put the date out there, on December 17th, we're having our first annual family get-together. We haven't done it. When people die, like parents, matriarchs fall off, family split. We're trying to bring it back together this year. So on December 17th, we're having a family dinner hosted at our house this year. So I can't wait for that. And I'm looking forward to it. So we're having a family dinner. This is the first annual one. And it's going to be at somebody else's house next year, but we're going to keep the same one.
I love that. I love that. Wow. I want to hear from you all and that's tuning in, if you're able to, in the chat. Just put in there, what festive traditions are you most excited about this holiday season? First off, for me, I am home. Normally I'm gone. So just being home this entire holiday is just like, yes, just absolutely excited about that. So share your favorite, Deb, let's go to you. And I know, Kenny, you can cook as well. Share your favorite holiday recipe, not the details of the recipe, but what's that favorite dish you're planning to prepare or you can't wait to put your teeth into?
You know what? Every Christmas for us is about Christmas morning. We have a Christmas Eve tradition, and then my children are there Christmas morning, and we make this. It's a blueberry croissant egg bake that is so good. Like the kids always ask, we're doing the whole blueberry croissant thing, right? First thing, because we're all about breakfast. We eat breakfast for dinner. We love breakfast. So we do it. My boys all know how to make it now. So they make it throughout the year. But on Christmas morning, really good coffee. Our croissant, it's decadent. It's 10 million calories, but it's so good.
Now, I want y'all to notice, Deborah said, say it again, croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant. Like, we was talking about crescent roll. Deb gave us a real meaning. Y'all can tell she's traveled the world with that, okay? And she speaks different languages. We like crescent roll. She's like croissant.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. Kenny, what about you? What's like that favorite dish you cannot wait to sink your teeth into or make?
Well, already been put on notice. My macaroni and cheese got to come out on the table. So I'm on notice. So I'm prepared to make the macaroni and cheese. Everybody's threatening me. So here it comes.
That's the dish for everybody. And listen, I think I ain't trying to be funny. Don't anybody cancel me. I think Black people own the trophy with macaroni and cheese.
Yes. We do.
I just think we do. So, so for me, I can't wait to do my pomegranate mimosa. Hello, somebody. That's my fave. That's my fave. Kenny, I'm going to start with you. Do you have any unique or unconventional holiday traditions that make this time of year special for you?
I think what's unique for me, for us, what's unique for us, we started with our oldest two kids. We started the 3-gift thing. You only get 3 gifts. We believe that since Christ got 3 gifts, you get 3 gifts. So I think that's unique. We don't load up everything. I mean, you do get stuff from everybody else, but our exchange is 3 gifts. So I think that's unique with us.
Okay, I love that. Deb, what about you?
We play games on Christmas Eve. We used to do a big Christmas Eve open house. And then after COVID, we discovered how much fun it was just with our nuclear family to play different games. My kids couldn't play Bid Whist. What in the world? I said, what were you guys doing in college? And they both busted out laughing. And so it was 2 of them there. And it was like college. I said, y'all didn't play cards in college? So on Christmas Eve, we taught them how to play it, and then we go in and we're having fun and we laugh and we watch movies that we normally don't all get together to watch on Christmas Eve.
It's so much fun. I love that. In the chat, we have Elizabeth Town saying she loves breakfast and breakfast invitations. So y'all, she's saying, please invite her to breakfast. There's that. And then she says, we do that as well. 3 gifts with my children. Dr. Antoinette, y'all, here she comes with her wolf ticket, macaroni and cheese. And in my opinion, we take the award for collard greens. Yes, we do.
Yes.
And then Regina Shore says, that's a beautiful tradition, Mr. Kenny. There's that. Yes. The one, and this is a gift that we gave. It wasn't a gift that I received. But I remember putting they were young then, on a plane. And we get to the, I think it was Miami Airport. I don't know where now. Miami Airport. And they're trying to figure out what we're doing. And we get on the bus. They still don't know what we're doing. And then they see this humongous ship. And we're like, Merry Christmas. And that was their Christmas. And they had a blast. So it was just seeing their eyes light up for that. And it took a lot for us to save up for that. But to bless them was just something we were glad to do. Lori Wallace says, I put things in the advent calendar and drawers, and we open one each day and do whatever it says. My favorite is driving to look at lights in our neighborhood in our PJs. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. All right, here's another question. We have a couple more. What's and that's where I started, the most memorable gift you've ever received during the holidays? So I told you what I gave, but what have you received? Kenny, I'll start with you. If you can give us a quick answer, and then Deb, I'll move to you.
What's that again?
Your most memorable or favorite gift you received for Christmas?
Oh, man. You're making me go back in the memory bank. Most memorable gift.
That says I'm a great journalist to come up with a question like that and you don't have an answer.
Right.
A memorable gift. I got this. I'm going to say it was last year. I got an iPad. So I stepped into the Apple world. So
Right.
last year was memorable. My wife says she's been noticing how all preachers are up there. They have an iPad. They don't have, even though when I do a sermon, I do have a manuscript, but it's all on the iPad.
I
So I
don't
have an
use it
iPad
because I
now.
think if it crashes or dies, I need my hand copy. I need
Yeah,
my
so I
paper
got
in
Yeah.
my hand.
I got the hand copy, but I do have the iPad. So if it crashes, I still got the hand copy. But
Good. Okay, thank you. Deb, what about you?
My most memorable gift, I was 9 months pregnant on Christmas, and all of my family, even my brother, I was living in Virginia, couldn't travel, and all of my family, even my brother from California, came to Virginia for Christmas. We had this wonderful celebration, and then on Christmas Day, I had my second child, Joshua Alexander, on Christmas Day. After just like 6 minutes of labor at the hospital, 6 minutes there, and there he was. So it was delightful.
Oh wow. Kim
Absolutely
Edmondson
delightful.
said with dinner, seafood Christmas dinner. That sounds so
Ooh,
good.
love
Kim, I'm coming to
wow.
your house. I'm coming to your house. I'm in town for a reason. I'm coming to your house. That's just amazing, Deb. And that was probably cold wherever you
Oh, it
were.
was freezing cold. It was freezing cold.
Was
In
it
fact, I
snow?
wanted to have my baby at home because it was cold. My mother talked me into leaving the house, and I had 4 people lift me up and put me in the back of our van and take me to the hospital because I was insisting on having that baby at home because it was too cold to go outside.
Just too cold, just too cold. So I
Ooh.
want to wrap up with this last question for the two of you. And I'm kind of combining two questions into one because I want to hear it both answers. Are there any specific movies or songs that you consider a must watch or must listen to? And then also, how do you strike a balance between relaxation and celebrating during this busy holiday season?
Uh, I go first. For me, this Christmas, it's got to be played. I don't care how many times. I mean, it'll probably start Sunday. I'll be listening to this Christmas all the way up to Christmas Day. So
You
I
talking about
got to hear
when
that.
this Christmas
Yeah, I got to hear
will
that.
be a very special
Yeah,
Christmas
I got to see
for
that. And
me.
then the movie that I got to watch is Almost Christmas. I got to see Almost Christmas. But,
Okay.
yeah, that's my movie now. So
All right. All right. I can't even believe I even tried to sing a tune and I'm sick as I don't know what. But okay. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Thank you, Deb. What about you?
Oh
Stephanie
my gosh.
Beverage Hall
This
says,
Christmas,
dang,
the
I'm trying,
movie.
girl. What'd you
This
yeah,
say, Deb?
Christmas, the movie is my favorite one. And
With
we watch
Chris
it
with,
when it's
with
not
Chris
Christmas.
Brown?
but it's not
This
Christmas.
Christmas, it's so much fun. I love Loretta Devine.
Yeah,
Just,
she's crazy.
oh my gosh, it's so much fun. That one, and for me, it's hard to pick a song, right? Oh my gosh, I'm listening to everything from Nat King Cole. I'm listening to Jonathan Butler sing "Oh Holy Night." Oh my gosh, I love Christmas music,
Yeah,
and I
Yeah.
love the stations that play it 24/7. I'm all in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
but
I'm
And
the
one
I'm
more
down.
balance.
song. I got
Go
one more
ahead.
song out to the Little Drummer Boy.
Oh
It's
yeah,
over with after that.
Okay.
So
yeah. But the
yeah,
balance, I take days where my gift to myself is nothing, like doing nothing, like just in my pajamas, curled up with a book, watching Christmas movies. This is when I watch those sappy movies that you just know the ending before you start. It's always the same, the love story, the Christmas tree lighting, the Christmas tree ceremony. I get really, really goofy, but I love it.
Oh, that's cool. Well, how do you strike a balance, Kenny?
uh, I'm gonna strike the balance come next. Not this Monday coming, but the following Monday. My balance is gonna be I'm not doing a thing. Kicking everybody out the house. I'm not doing nothing. School's over with. So
I
that's gonna be
got
my
you.
balance
Love
this
it.
time. I'm not doing nothing.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. I love all of this. One of my favorite songs is Silent Night.
Mm.
It's one of my favorite songs. And then, of course, I do all things Mariah Carey when it comes to Christmas as well.
Okay.
So, but yeah, Silent Nights. Lori says, sorry, Moses and I have been watching Hallmark Christmas movies for the last 2 months. They start real early. They start
Oh
real, and I
yeah.
said I refuse to do that. Now it's funny, Lori, because I troll Hallmark Channel. And I think I shared this with y'all before. I will troll them and I will go on to X and say, Black people do that. Black people stream popcorn. Black people go to church. Black people play the piano because they always have all these movies. They're doing better, but I've been doing that for probably about 7 years with them. Like black people do this because it drives me nuts. So maybe we just need to write a black film, right?
Right.
Divine
Yeah.
Gardens, The Silent Night by the Temptations. There's that.
Mm.
Elizabeth Town says yes. And then Elizabeth says, my new movie is a Jingle Jangle movie. Is that with Eddie Murphy and I forgot who was with? Uh, who's that? Who's playing that role? I know it's Eddie Murphy and somebody. Tracy Ross. Is that who that is? Um, Oh, Lori just said, girl, they have a great new black ones. All right, well, I'm going to check it
Okay.
out then. Marion Jackson says, this Christmas is my movie for Christmas. A Silent Night by the Temptations is my favorite Christmas song. Yay.
Yes.
And then BET Plus. Yes, if you can afford BET Plus, and that's where you go. I can't afford. I signed up for the trials, and then when the trial's over, I'm done. I know that's wrong, but that's what I do. That's what I
No, it's
do.
not.
It is what it is.
Thank you so much. Y'all can stay on while I do the inspirational message. I just want to wish all of you a safe holiday season. There's so much I look forward to in 2024. I'm so excited about it. So let's just yeah. So let me get to the inspirational message while y'all are still on here. Y'all, Ephesians 3:14 through 20. I want to focus on verse 17. And it says, and I pray that you being rooted and established in love. And then it goes on, of course, it says, may have power together with all the saints to grasp how high and long and high and deep is the love of Christ. Well, again, I want to focus on 17. I want y'all really, when y'all get a chance, read 14 through 20. And I pray that you being rooted and established in love. That one messed me up too this week, y'all. And I thought, wow, I pray that you being rooted and established in love, which means that God is expecting us to be rooted and established in love, to be rooted which means if you're rooted, you can't go anywhere. Like if that love is your foundation, it's there. You just can't go anywhere. It's right there. Then may have power together with all the saints to grasp how high and long and deep is the love of Christ. And it's like, can you grasp that and understand just the power behind all of us in unity? See, y'all, as long as we are separated, and yet we can agree to disagree, but the thing is not to allow that disagreement to separate us to a place that we don't want to interact with each other, that we don't want to love, and that our roots are being choked out from us because we are suffocating from the love that we should be extending to other people. So when I think about the holiday season, I think about the love. I think about the reason I asked the questions I asked of you, Deborah, and you, Kenny, is because let's talk about traditions. Let's talk about the gift giving. Let's talk about the balance. Let's talk about what brings us joy through movies and songs. Let's talk about the tree and how long we leave it lit. Do we even understand the meaning of the tree and why we light the tree and how we've gone from a star on top to, and I do it too, I'm just as guilty, to the bows and the whatever coming out the top of it. And it's our decorative prerogative and the things we like to do. But are we missing what's really there? So how do we get back to being rooted and established in that love that I believe God is calling us to? And if I can just say this, and I'm not here to be a prophet, a prophetess, or anything else. But if I could just say this, I believe before we go into 2024, God is calling us to a time of rest. And I believe before we go into 2024, God is having us really pay attention to why are you arguing? Why are you fighting? Why is there violence? I looked at the numbers in Central Ohio, 140 fatalities in Columbus, Ohio. Why? Well, we're actually within Franklin County. Why? Why are we fighting? Why are we stealing? What's at the root of that? Can we go back to being rooted and established in love?
Yes.
Do we need to go back to the traditions, Kenny? I love what you said. You said December 17th. I think I'm going to try to get over there. December 17th, coming together to
Yeah.
enjoy the family, the traditions. Are we missing the stories that we need to share with our young people, with our young children? Are we, Big Mama's gone and this person's gone and that person's gone. and they took the stories with them. Well, no, we know enough. We heard enough of the stories that we can keep talking about those stories.
Yeah.
Yes, times have changed, but there's still so much value to those stories.
Yeah.
To be who you are.
Mhm.
I was in a conversation yesterday, and the conversation was, and you've heard some of this before. This was a fresh conversation. Like, Gail, do you know you don't have to talk about God on your broadcast, and you don't have to give scriptures? I know I don't have to, but I choose to because I refuse
Yeah.
to compromise my relationship with God. And if
Amen.
that means that we
Amen.
lose people, we lose people. What's that show that dude, Pat, what was his name? Pat whatever, who had a show with news and ministry and talking about Jesus all the time. What's his name? He ran for president a long time ago. He was really critical of President Obama. There's shows like that that's been on for years. He passed away. I believe he passed away recently. There's shows that's been on like that for years.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do I have to change who I am to appease people? And I started thinking about how often, we're told, 700 Club. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you.
Oh, Pat Robertson.
Pat Robertson. Yes, I could not think of his name. Yes, thank you. Like, I got to go in places and change who I am. Why? Why am I doing that? And why is it that those things rule and we have to back down? No, that's going to change in 2024. And it's not going to be from protests. It's going to be from people who are going to be rooted and established in love.
Amen.
And we're going to start dealing with people based upon love.
Amen.
And nothing else. So with that, as we sign off for the year, returning January 3rd, 2024, the rest of that scripture says, now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. Imagine that, y'all. Just immeasurably more than all we ask.
Yes.
According to his power, going back up to verse 18, may have power together with all the saints, y'all. We can be a powerful group of people if we would just come together, regardless of politics. Listen, the political spectrum isn't helping anybody, if you ask me, except for 1%. So the rest of us 99 need to find a way to come together somehow, some way. That is at work within us. To him be glory in the church and in Christ Jesus throughout all generations, forever and ever. Amen. Y'all, it has been a great year. I want you all to enjoy your holiday and one another. I want you to be safe. We will see you on January the 3rd, 2024. I am your host, and I have been just delighted to serve you. I can get emotional here over the last 3+ years. And knowing that we're going into a crucial election, the moment we come back on the air, we'll be in the primary season. Y'all, listen, don't disconnect fully. I'm going to disconnect from some news, but I'm going to still have my insights where I'm going to be checking some things out. Don't disconnect fully. Hopefully you'll join us back and you'll bring some friends with you come January 3rd, 2024, because this election, y'all thought 2020 was something? No, 2024 is going to be something. So y'all, we will be back on January 3rd. Again, I'm your host, wishing you happy holidays, wishing you to have an amazing and safe holiday season. Y'all know what I say, everyone. Stay well and remember to keep making some bold moves. Mwah! We're out.
News in motion.